Let's see if we're live. Oh, okay. I think we're live actually. Hold on. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. I had to do a little extra setup for Beatrix. Let's get all this out of the way. We have blueberries. Everyone's favorite. Yeah, that's what you want, Maeve. We have everybody out. I'm going to make a quick post on Instagram to let everyone know. Let's see here. If I can remember how to do it. Oh, here we go. The Holy Toucan Trinity is here. Okay, let me put the link here. Okay, let's hope this works. And let's hope I am actually currently live and I'm not just BSing myself. Okay, there's some concern because of our viewers overseas are worried that they're not going to be able to watch because the overwhelming majority of everybody voted for 5 to 8 p.m. on Fridays, which is what we're currently doing. But we're still going to mix it up. I'll probably do Saturday, closer to noon or, to something more friendly to people over in Europe and all that want to watch too. So don't freak out. I'm going to still try to accommodate everybody as much as possible. But for I think majority of the streams are probably going to be in this time slot on this day. And I need to mute my phone so it doesn't interrupt us. And God forbid it plays some copyrighted music or something. And get the video copy striked. Okay. We do need to get everything set up for me to read the comments. If you want to make a donation and all that kind of stuff, again, we're working on trying to move and build better facilities for all the birds. That's what all this is going towards. So it's a monthly thing that we're doing. And we're getting close to the goal. Because in addition to everything going on here that you can see, I'm saving and working on saving as much money of my own that I normally make as humanly possible. Especially now that we're, quarantined. And there isn't as much to do. Okay, let's hope that Maeve and Beatrix don't get in a scrap over here because they're checking each other out. Okay, we're good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's right. I need to go to the Streamlabs thing. That's what I was saying. If you wanna make a donation, go to the Streamlabs in the description. That link, because YouTube takes a pretty sizable portion out of the super chats on here, and it'll still pop up in the little. Well, actually, it pops up right here, I think. Yeah. It'll still pop up normally. Oh, like it just did, look. Oh, that was through Super Chat, but it'll still pop up just like that. And I'll still read it and all that good stuff. So let me get to Streamlabs here so I can read all your comments. But I just didn't want everyone to freak out. Don't worry guys, I drink 2 like huge glasses, or not glasses, huge like, what are they called? Like a bottle, like a big plastic bottle of water every night. So everyone's freaking out thinking I'm drinking Coke 24/7. I drink probably, it's got to be somewhere, it's like 70, 80 ounces of water a night. I try to make myself drink it every night before I go to sleep. just so you want to get that water in. Okay. First one, Andy Z. What's up, Andy? Good to see you again. Hey, how was your week? Glad to be here. My week's has been pretty good. Actually, this entire month has been pretty dang good. And there goes the air. Hopefully, tell me if you can hear the air in the background here, and if you can, if it's bothering the microphone too much, I'm going to turn off the aircon. So tell me if you guys can hear that in the background. But as I was saying, the channel has been doing, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I've been doing YouTube now for about 10 years. And I didn't start this channel until 4 years ago, something like that. So before that, I managed a channel that I built up to 1 million subscribers. And let me say that this past month for this channel is the best month I've ever had on YouTube, ever, including all channels that I've managed. And we've grown 50,000 subscribers in this month alone, and it took me probably 3 years to even get to 50,000 on here. It was probably 2 or 3 years before I got to 50,000 total on here, and we got that now in 1 month. And we're already at almost 250,000 this month. Subscribers total, which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, isn't that much. I mean, there are YouTubers out there that have millions, tens of millions of subscribers, sometimes 100 million or more subscribers, like PewDiePie, of course, but I've never had that successful, or have had this much success in one single month of YouTube, personally, and all the channels that I've managed. And I think we've gotten almost 10 million views this month in addition to those subscribers. And I'm feeling really happy and positive lately, actually, because of all this, because I'm maybe sometimes I have some doubt, is this going to work out, And now I'm thinking, okay, I feel a little more comfortable, I feel a little more confident actually moving, because I know the channel's growing and there's definitely a future here, financially speaking, because it's not, I love doing this, obviously, but I do have to actually survive somehow as well, and then take care of the birds, because they're not cheap to care for either. So, but that's all because of you guys, and I can't thank you enough. Between this, everyone just so happily just believing in what we're doing here and believing in me. I came from a pretty dark place 4 years ago, and I've been having shrouds of darkness in my life and in my mind for the past, ever since then, basically. I mean, almost my entire life I have been, but specifically the last 4 years have been difficult. And I'm happy to say that it's finally, it seems like I can finally see the light peeking through. And that's largely because of you guys, and I really can't thank you enough. And I didn't expect to open the stream up so emotional like this, but I felt like I needed to say something, especially to the people that come to the streams are regular viewers. I mean, there's a lot of people that view my videos that don't ever view another one, and that's fine. But the people that come here are the people that really support us, and that's invaluable to me. So, man, I'm really excited to see what the future has for all of us here, because it's been a very rocky start for me in my adult life, and things finally start to seem like all the heartache has been worth it in some way, So. I've been feeling so much better mentally and just emotionally, and not only because of the success of the channel, but just in general, I've been dealing with that stuff way better past couple of months, and it's been awesome. I feel better than I ever have lately, and man, I can't wait to see what all the future holds for the birds and for us in general, the four of us and our relationship with you guys. So I'm really excited that you can all be here as this is starting, and I can develop a relationship with you guys. Because at some point the channel can blow up, and it's harder to keep track of who's who, when there's so many comments flowing in. And it's even hard now because I'm seeing comments just filling the screen here. And, but I began to recognize you guys' names, and especially those on Patreon and our regular viewers here on the streams. And it's a privilege to be able to actually develop somewhat of a relationship with you guys, even though we're so far apart in many ways. So, but I'm very thankful for that, and I wanted to thank you guys and express my extreme optimism, which is something I'm probably not normally known for. I don't know if anybody that knows me personally lately has seen just a huge change in my vibe lately, and that's because it has been difficult, and so many people told me not to do this, and not to just like scoffed and laughed at the idea of not only being a YouTuber but being a bird YouTuber. Like, I want to make toucan videos, and I think I can make a living doing that. And they're like, all right, crazy person, why don't you just go get a normal job like the rest of us? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I think this can happen. And now I feel like it's finally happening, and that's awesome. So, but it's great. So I'm going to actually read your comments now, because I know everyone's sending stuff in. And, but I really wanted to express my gratitude to everyone, and my appreciation. And I think this all started with Andy asking me how my week was going. There's your answer, Andy. It's been going pretty good lately, so thank you for asking. Let's hope none of the birds try to kill each other during the stream, then we'll be good. We need to give. I just saw a comment in the corner of my eye saying, "Give them blueberries." That's probably why Maeve's freaking out. She wants a blueberry. She's like, "Shut the hell up and give me a blueberry. Quit talking to the weird black box in the middle of the room." We'll give Beatrix one. Okay, Beatrix has been better lately too. You guys can tell, I think, a huge change in her demeanor lately, so we're going to have her out as long as she is comfortable being out, but she seems pretty relaxed right now. You want more? She still won't really come up to me and act like a normal toucan, and she just dropped the blueberry. She usually just wants to sit on that one perch, and she's so atrophied from being in that cage she was in when I got her for so long that it's really hard for her to like land on. Like, she's about to do it right now. Oh, maybe not. She'll try to jump up to the cabinets like where Maeve goes, and she's just so atrophied she can't control herself. She can't control her landings, and she can't really control her. She has some of her feathers. She's about to poop. Oh, good. Okay. She's got issues still, don't get me wrong, but she's getting there, I think. So, you want a blueberry, Maeve? Here you go. Look. Happy? Alright, everyone's got a blueberry now. Let's start reading the comments. Andy was the first. I think I answered that pretty well. Emily Pancake, good to see you again. She says, tomorrow is my birthday. Please give Beatrix, Maeve, and Tupac a blueberry for me. I love what you do. Thank you and have a great day. We will give, on behalf of Emily. It's okay. And run away after you get it. I know. Don't want to get too close. And Maeve, when she comes back over, will get one. I don't know if you guys can hear her little clicks. She's freaking out for some reason. Her tail feathers are like kind of looking less ratchety though, at least. The stream's supposed to be in 1440p now. I changed the settings earlier, so I don't know. Hopefully the stream looks a little bit better for everybody. Because someone was saying it was kind of grainy last time, so I tried to mess with some of the settings. Emily, when Maeve comes back, I'll give her a blueberry, but I think she's interested in the water back there. Ren Peach says, what's the average IQ of your adorable toucans? I mean, you can't really put an IQ number on a bird, I don't think. They're all generally pretty smart. I think Maeve. I mean, it's easy to say Maeve is the smartest because she does act really stupid sometimes too. Let's be honest, and clumsy. But it's probably easier to say she's the smartest because she's the most active. So I'm sure they're all about equally as intelligent. They're probably somewhere around probably similar to intelligence of maybe a cockatoo or maybe some corvids. It's really hard to determine specifically because you can't do the same tests intelligent wise on a toucan that you can like parrots, because even though they are smart, they're very limited by their morphology, and what that means is like their beak and stuff like that really limits their capabilities of solving puzzles or being able to see and all kinds of different stuff. Like they're just more specialized to do what they're made to do, and they're definitely smart, but they can't do the same puzzle solving and manipulation things that a bird with a smaller beak could do, if that makes any sense. So they are limited by that. But I couldn't put a number on it because IQ is like a human type of thing. So Ariel says, Brock, I started watching your show a couple weeks ago and I absolutely fell in love with all your toucans. Good luck on the move, and Texas is a beautiful state. Well, thank you for saying that. That's very kind of you, and thank you for watching. And Maeve, okay, here you go. That's from Emily. There you go. Texas it's a beautiful state. It looks like it reminds me of what the Wild West would look like, I mean, I guess that's kind of where it would have taken place back then. Somewhere around there. Or Arizona, New Mexico, all that. But, ideally, if I could live in Colorado or something like that, that's where I'd want to live. But that's not really, that doesn't fit a toucan very well. So Colorado's off the table right now. I think Texas is a great balance of availability for opportunity for me and the birds. There's a lot of people there, especially around Dallas where we're looking, and lots of exotic animal people there, especially vets. Our vet is in Dallas, Dr. Thieland, which is, I want to be as close to that vet as possible just in case. So, and she has done great with both Beatrix and Tupac. So, and then the Dallas World Aquarium there is there as well, which is an awesome place that I'd love to work more with. And it just seems like the best, most logical place to go. So, Cheshire Cat says, love animals and Tupac is my favorite type of toucan. Hope this helps. It does help, and Tupac is, don't tell Maeve and Beatrix. Don't tell them. But Toko toucans are still my favorite. I think Beatrix heard me. I'm sorry. I think Maeve's too preoccupied to care what's going on. Maeve, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? Stop playing in the sink. There's nothing in there for you. Weirdo. Okay. Brit Fires says, can't get enough of your feather kids. Keep it up. I can't either. So thank you very much. Barbara Lynn says, what is the hierarchy with the birds? As of now, it's definitely, me first, obviously. Tupac, Beatrix, and Maeve. Maeve is at the bottom. But Maeve is the youngest too, and she hasn't developed her, what I would like to say, toucan balls yet. And by balls, I don't mean anything physically. I mean toucans get cocky and they get balls where they kind of go out of their comfort zone to bully other animals. And I don't think Maeve is quite there yet. She may never get there. She may just be different. But she's not even a year old yet. She's going to turn a year, and Maeve will be 1 in just a few weeks. So she's still got another year or so of development before she finishes or, reaches sexual maturity and all that stuff, and that's when her true permanent personality is really going to come through in the next year or so. So it does take a little while for them to develop their ballsiness that toucans would normally have. But she'll fence with Beatrix every now and then, but she's always the one to fly off. And sometimes she just doesn't even engage. She just flies off immediately. So she doesn't have the toucan balls yet. Maybe cockiness is a better word. Toucan cockiness. Here you go. She's right here. Maeve is right here on this little perch. And I can turn it a little bit so you guys can see. Maybe not. Oh, well, kinda. Let's see. Eternal Pigeon says, I might be a pigeon, but I love big beaks. We all love big beaks, don't we? Sounds weird. How is Tupac? Oh, Toastman says, how is Tupac so calm? The other two seem to always be moving. Excuse me. Tupac is so calm because he has a lot of health issues, and he is almost 17 years old. He has arthritis, and he has fused joints in both his knees and his ankles, and he cannot extend his wings all the way because of arthritis. Like, he can kind of get them out to about here, but he can't spread them all the way out like normal. So it's painful for him to move around, so he sits on his padded perch there for the most part. Sometimes he'll come down and sit on the couch, and then he has a little carpet in front of his food down there that's soft on his feet. And just generally he needs more accommodations because of his health, and he can't move around and get around like the other birds, because other birds are healthy. Well, Beatrix is physically healthy. She's still got some work emotionally, but she is still atrophied. So she'll eventually regain the strength in her legs and her wings, and she'll be more like Maeve. It's just going to take time. So Maeve is the privileged child. She came straight out of the egg and was hand raised, and then went directly to me when she was about 2 months old, and she's been with me ever since. So she's always had a good life. The other birds, not so much. She behaves like a toucan should. Well, she's not quite as aggressive as most toucans, and I'm not sure if that's just her personality or she needs to get older, but here you go. And Beatrix still, she's way more active, but she doesn't want to leave that perch usually, so. She keeps trying to hype herself up to jump somewhere. Where are you trying to jump? You're just going to slide off the top there if you jump. Just like you always do. We'll see what she does. Okay. Okay, that answers the why is Tupac so calm question. Dina King sent $20. Thank you, Dina. Excuse me, man. You guys know how I always freaking burp the entire stream from Coke. Dina says, love your shirt. Come on, Americans, donate some of those stimulus checks. I haven't got my stimulus check, and I probably won't for a long time because I don't pay taxes normally because I'm self-employed and I'm technically like a contractor for Google or whatever through YouTube. So I don't get tax returns, and because I don't get tax returns, they don't have my bank account information on file because I just pay my taxes outright. And, you know, at the end of each year. Oh, yeah, see, the Maeve flew off. That's usually what happens. So, I guess they have to mail me a physical check, and I have no idea when that's going to be. So, the virus will probably be done by the time that happens. But we'll see. Let's sit back a little bit here. Oh, but yeah, thank you. The shirt, I like the shirt too. It's got little Beatrixes on it, and a flamingo, and a scarlet macaw, and a pineapple and a banana. Anyways, let's continue. Goldfish 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Hello again, Goldfish. Says, good evening, everyone, both birds and humans. Good evening, Goldfish. Thank you for joining us. Let's move the mic closer. Make sure you guys can hear me. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Goldfish. What's up, Goldfish? Good to see you again. K8 sent $100 just now. K8. Kate. That's what it's saying. Is that right? Is it K8 or is it Kate? But so far, that's our biggest donation for this stream. Hopefully, the little bottom thing should be updating. Yeah, it looks like it's updating properly. I set that up earlier today because I said I would last week, and there's really no way to test it until the actual stream. So hopefully it's all working okay. We'll keep an eye on it. But Kate, thank you so much. And she said, or he says, K8, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments how to pronounce your name. Says, Tupac, Maeve, and Beatrix videos are helping me to keep me sane during quarantine. Keep it up. Thank you very much. I have a pretty cool video coming out next week. Is it next week? Yeah. I just transferred all the footage over to my computer last night. And I was actually going to work on it last night, but then I got tired. So I'll probably work on it tomorrow and then get it up Monday or Tuesday. But it's a video a lot of you have been requesting a lot lately. So hopefully it goes over well. I think it's going to be kind of interesting. What happened to my... Oh, there it is. Okay. But thank you, Kate, or K8. I'm a flamingo. Says, staying up to watch the stream. Who needs sleep when you can have toucans? Great to see Beatrix settling in. Give her a blueberry for me. I'll give her a blueberry from I'm a Flamingo. Let's see if she comes over. There you go. She takes it with such, like, strength. Give one to Tupac, too. Maeve's over here preening herself. Are you going to come join us at some point? She probably doesn't want to come over here around Beatrix, so. Kate Smith says, is it just me, or does Maeve's beak look more red every time we see her? Please give Tupac a blueberry. Okay. We'll give Tupac a blueberry from Kate. And yes, her beak is getting very red lately. Dude, did you just drop that? Don't do that. Her beak is, it seems like every time I see her, which is every day, it gets more red. So it's spreading rapidly. I don't know when it'll be fully red, but it'll probably be sometime this summer, I imagine. She's now sitting on the tripod again. Hey, come here. Come see everybody. Look. Maeve, hey. Hey, look. Stop playing with that, look. Look what I have. You want this? Okay. She's too occupied with the tripod right now. But we will continue on. Blam525 sent $50. Very generous of you, Blam. Thank you very much. They say, you and your birds are beautiful. I'm a huge fan. Well, I know I am. I don't know about them. I'm just kidding. They're far more attractive than I'll ever be, unfortunately. But thank you very much for the compliment. And for the donation. El Diablo says, what is your job, or was? My job is this, right here, right now. Maeve. Stop pooping over there. But yeah, this is currently my job. All the bird stuff, YouTube, bird stuff, all that stuff. Just trying to. Hopefully, I don't butcher this. Dionysus says, "Don't know how I didn't find your channel sooner, but you seem genuine, and the birds are amazing. You deserve all the success you've been having, and I hope it continues." Well, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that you found our channel, even if it did take a while. So sometimes it's harder for smaller channels to get off the... Well, it is harder always for smaller channels or businesses or anything to get off the ground because they're smaller. So I think we're finally getting to that point where it's easier for everyone to find us because the channel is still small but growing. So it's more likely to bump the videos up the algorithm on YouTube. So that's a good thing. But I'm glad you found us. Please don't knock that over, Maeve. David Jan or John? Hopefully I'm saying that right. But he says, here's some blueberry money. Also, does toucan poop smell? Depends on what they eat. If they eat, like, if they've only had the pellets for, I don't know. The weird thing about toucans is, like, they poop so much, and the food just goes straight through them at such a rapid pace. So if they, at some point, have only pellets in their stomach, and they poop out only pellets, it usually smells pretty bad. And sometimes, are you trying to dig up my pant leg again, like you were last week? What was I saying? If it's only pellets, like, because the pellets are all the protein that they get, it usually smells pretty bad. And Maeve's particularly smells bad sometimes, for some reason. So, but usually if it's like blueberries or fruits or anything like that, depending on how long it's been sitting out, it doesn't smell that bad. It smells like kind of like a musty fruit, like almost like an over-ripened fruit smell. Like if you left a banana out on the counter for too long and it got over-ripened and it started getting mushy and, you know, that kind of stuff, that kind of smell. It does smell a little bit like that if you leave it out. But if you clean it up immediately and it doesn't have any pellets in it, it's usually not very bad. It smells kind of like musty fruit. So Maeve is going to screw up the entire stream trying to pull at cords and everything else over here. Okay, let's continue. Soup Can Astronaut sent $10, but with no almost said comment. No comment. Thank you, Soup Can. Luke Ingles, hopefully I'm saying that right, says, I love you, your burbs, and your soothing voice. Thank you. I'm glad my voice is soothing, because I feel like it's monotone usually. And like mundane. Oh yeah, I did get some equipment to do a Toucan ASMR video, speaking of soothing voices. So, might be seeing that soon. We'll probably do a Tupac is eating a fruit salad video or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But they make very relaxing noises. toucans do. Sharon Hulse sent $10 with no comment. Thank you, Sharon. Charlie the Supersaurus. Hello again, Charlie. Good to see you. Says, hi, everyone. Hope all of you are well and had a rarely super week and are staying safe. Nice to see the release of the Kraken upon our mere mortal world. She's adorable. Tupac, the Kraken is Maeve, by the way. Tupac and Maeve, or not Maeve, Beatrix. I don't know why I said Maeve. Tupac and Maeve are adorable too, of course. Best of luck, Brock. Wishing you the best. Thank you, Charlie. And thank you for the kind comment and for joining us again. Charlie's usually always here. So, good to see you. Arn Belhas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I think I say that every week, every time they send a comment, but hopefully I am saying that right. Says, just got a chance to join. Sorry if I already answered. How often do you have all three bananas out? As much as I can. For the most part, it's usually just Tupac and Maeve. But I usually alternate days with, like, if Beatrix is out, they're all three out. So lately I've been alternating days for Beatrix. So she gets one day where she's left alone, and then one day where she comes out for the day with everybody else, and we try to manage it as well as we can. So yesterday she was up all day, and today I've let her out, obviously, hoping that she'll behave for the stream. But she looks like she keeps trying to jump somewhere. But half the week all three of them are out. I mean, if I'm awake and it's during the day and I'm not cooking or doing anything that might potentially be a danger to have them out, they're out. They're outside of their enclosure always. Like I said, the only exceptions is if there's a possible danger to them. What? Can you stop ripping at my pants? If there's a possible danger to them out, then they'll be up. But for the most part, they're out as much as they possibly can be. Why are you doing this? She was doing this all last week, too, trying to get in my pant leg. Ow, you're pulling my leg hair now. That hurts. Can you just be good for a little bit? Okay. That was from Arn or Arnie. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Please clarify that in the comments so I don't mispronounce it again, if I have. Freddie Heineman sent $20. Thank you, Freddie, and says good luck on your move. Thank you, first of all, but secondly, it probably won't be for another 2 or 3 months at the earliest, and that's at the earliest, because I still have to do some renovations around this house before I can sell it, and then I still actually have to sell this house before I can move, and I have to save up enough money in addition to that for a down payment and all that to move. So we still have a little ways to go, but we're closer than we have been in a long time for sure. We're getting very close. I think I'm confident in saying it will happen sometime this year before summer, or during summer at least. SH says, how much poop do you have to clean up by the end of a stream? Burbs, you gotta love them, and poopy butts. It's a lot. Usually I clean up throughout the day. If they poop, I clean it up immediately. But because of the nature of the stream, I don't. So there's usually a pretty good pile behind the couch that I have to clean up. And sometimes during the stream, I'll actually try to clean up as much as I possibly can. But, it's not as often as it normally is when they're out. Usually I do it right after it happens. So, but yeah, after streams, it can get bad. Oh, okay, Maeve. See you later. Clumsy thing. Okay, Kate, pronounced Kate again, donated and said K8 is pronounced Kate. So I was right. Have some additional blueberry funds. This is from Kate, everybody. There you go, Tupac, from Kate. from Kate Beatrix. And then Maeve is on my foot. Here you go. That's from Kate. Thank you, Kate, for clarifying that. Dionysus said, you did a good job okay. They say you did a good job pronouncing my name, and hopefully I pronounced it again correctly. Dionysus is the Greek god of wine, theater, and other less safe for work things. That sounds like my kind of Greek god then, right? Is there a Greek god of whiskey? That's what I want to know. Because that's the Greek god I want to hang out with. Wine's good too, though. I'll mess with some wine. Do they have... Oh, El Diablo, again, asks, do they have a way to chew or just swallow things whole? I mean, they can crush with their beak, you know, like kind of crush it and make it softer and easier to chew. I guess it's not really chewing, it's like crushing, but it is made so they can swallow things whole easier. But other than that, you know, they crush or they rip and tear at whatever food item that they're trying to get at. So, but they always swallow whole. Don't poop on the couch, Maeve, please. She's like right here. Can you guys see her? Yeah. You about to fluff up? There you go. Like if they have a grape, they'll kind of crush it up a little bit and then they'll swallow it whole. But they don't really chew like how we would imagine chewing to be, at least. Steve Rogers sent $10 through Super Chat. Thank you, Captain. Appreciate that. Hopefully his name is a actual take on Captain America, and that's not his real name, and I probably just pissed him off. It's like people calling me Broccoli all the time. Oh, there goes Beatrix. Okay, well, she's safe for now, so we're going to leave her there and let her figure out things for her own, or on her own. So, I'm not gonna go grab her and potentially stress her out right now. Sean Sins says, appreciate the work that you do and love your birds. I'm Team Maeve. I think it's because she's so fearless. Also, I live with one foot in the dark as well, and your videos have helped me many times. Well, thank you so much for saying that. I'm glad that they can help in some way. And I don't know if I want to say Maeve is my favorite one. Am I allowed to say that? She's not my favorite one. I love them all pretty equally. Beatrix is a little harder to love right now, but I think eventually she'll come around. But I do love Maeve very much. Except for she's getting into trouble here with the tripod again. Hey, look, she's gone. You can come sit over here now. Look. See that? People want to see you. Come here. Come here. Ugh. There you go. Look. Beatrix is gone now. I don't know if Maeve is exactly fearless either, because she's very afraid of both Beatrix and Tupac. Okay. But she has a lot of character, that's for sure. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Connor McMenemy, good to see you again, Connor, says, how many Toucan shirts do you own now? Scratch the pock for me. Not as many as you think, actually. I think most of the Toucan shirts I have are my own merch. And this is one of the only ones I have that isn't like Toucan TV merch, you know? So I want to say, if you're not including Toucan TV stuff, maybe four shirts, maybe. That sounds about right. Kate Smith says, Brock, thanks for all you do and taking care of the toucans and educating people how great they are. You're a huge inspiration to me. P.S. My birthday is in a few days, and instead of asking for presents, I've asked for people to donate to the Dallas Aquarium. Well, that's very kind of you, and the aquarium does work for conservation as well, so I'm sure it'll go to a good cause. And happy birthday. And who else had a birthday? Was it Emily? Yeah, Emily had a birthday too. Happy birthday to Emily and Kate this week. Was it? Yeah, Emily Pancake. I'm trying to go back and look real quick. I think that's right. I think Beatrix is coming back in here. I hear her trying to hop around back there. Okay, we're almost caught up on super chats and stuff. Oh, she tried to get back up here. You want to try again? She will actually jump back up here, which is one of the huge improvements that she's done. Okay. Hody here says, been watching your vids since Ripley days. Love how your passion for toucans shines through. Oh, hello there. Look at that. See? She doesn't always need my help. She can make her way back. Are you proud of yourself? Here, have a blueberry for being a good girl. There you go. I'm not so bad, huh? Okay. That's one of the reasons I've said in other streams, like when she flies off, that I'm going to let her do her thing, because she needs to be able to maneuver and get around the house on her own the same way Maeve does. So she found her way back, all the way from the kitchen. So that's awesome. Tupac's freaking out now, though, of course. Okay, what was I reading? Oh yeah, Hody's comment. Let me repeat it, since I got off track. Been watching your vids since Ripley days. Love how your passion for toucans shines through. Please give Tupac and the Matrix some blueberry lovin'. Okay. This is from Hody. And hey, it's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. There's never been a point where I've hurt you, right? So why do you think I'm still going to? Maeve is over here on the lamp, so when she comes back down, I'll give her a blueberry on your behalf. Sandriara? Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Says, remember to check PayPal and GoFundMe. I will check it after I get up through these comments. But thank you for the reminder. BK Slots says, Toucan King Netflix special coming soon, hopefully. I hope not, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Tiger King and all the people in that documentary were not very good people, and that's not something I really want to be known for. So let's not hope that I get labeled anything even remotely close to Joe Exotic or any of those guys. Because that means I'm doing my job wrong. But I'd love to be a part of a toucan documentary someday. That would be cool. Emily Pancake says, oh, it's mine tomorrow and happy birthday. I was right. Emily's birthday is tomorrow. Everyone wish her a happy birthday. Her and Kate both. Kitty Shard says, I wanted to know what would be the best way to reach you since I made a fan art and was wondering where to post it for you to have... she probably means chance here. It says change. To have a chance to see it. Also, you are attractive, so don't put yourself down. Thank you. If you have fan art, the best way is to either tag me on Instagram, like @ToucanTV, in the art post or whatever, or send it as a message. Now, it usually takes me a while to get the message because, like, I get a ton of messages and I don't go through them every day. So, and then all the ones that are of people I am not following get put into a separate, like, section or whatever. If you have, like, an influencer account or whatever you want to call it. So, or a brand account or whatever it is I have. I don't even remember now. So I have to go check that folder separately. It doesn't notify me, but I usually do it once a week or so. So send me a message there or tag me on Instagram, and I will see it that way. And then eventually we'll have a P.O. box where you guys can actually send it in, and then hopefully have a Discord or a subreddit set up as well where you guys can submit it. So one step at a time. We have I think the Discord is like pretty much ready. And then I'm not sure about I don't know much about Reddit or, moderating subreddits. So I'm probably going to have to find somebody that actually knows how to manage Reddit properly. But I have a subreddit. I'm the sole mod on R2Cans. And then I also have a Toucan TV subreddit that's not set up yet. So at some point, we will get that done. But one step at a time. Right now, my priority is mainly with getting everything here squared away so we can move and get the hell out of here and have a new place to set up and be more comfortable at, and then I'll start expanding a little bit more. So the main goal is to get out of here first. Because I want to invest in all these like outdoor enclosures and aviaries and flights and stuff like that, and I cannot do it here because I don't want to stay here. So, and the birds really need sunlight and outdoor time this summer. So I'm really trying to get... Okay, can you guys not fight right now? I really want to get out of here and move before summer kicks off so they can spend as much time outside as possible while it's warm. But let's continue on. El Diablo says, I'm a new subscriber this week. Do you do these live streams every Friday, or... we just did a poll on live streams, actually, and everyone voted, and the overwhelming majority of everybody wants to do Fridays from 5 to 8 every week. So I am planning on doing one every week, but I do want to accommodate some of our other viewers that may be in the minority but are overseas. So we might alternate to Saturdays at like 2 or something like that, or Saturdays at 12 or as well. So I'm not sure about all that yet, but we'll kind of play it by ear and just see what happens. So, and then we're gonna do one for Maeve's birthday for sure, which may not be on Friday or Saturday, but it'll be on whatever day her birthday is on. So I think her birthday is May 15th. She's enjoying her time up here on the lamp. You want to come say hi to everybody for a change? This is another reason why it kind of sucks to have Beatrix out, because during the streams at least, is because Maeve will then not come down here because she's afraid of Beatrix. So she's enjoying her time on the lamp and is most likely going to poop down inside the lamp, and I'm going to have to clean it out, but oh well. Sometimes that's what happens when you have toucans. They poop in your lamp. Okay. Flower 001186 says, you make so many good videos. Would love to get a small toucan tattoo inspired by Maeve's beautiful colors. Well, first of all, thank you. And secondly, I want to get some toucan tattoos as well. So if you get one, send it to me and let me see what it looks like. Maybe I'll get some inspiration from it as well. Kamel570 says, so excited to see Beatrix's amazing progress. It's a wonderful testament to all your hard work. with her starting to pay off. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you very much. And she's made some leaps in her behavior and health for sure, but there's still a long ways to go. So you're looking better though. I wish all her wing feathers would grow back. Mary Becker says, now that it's springtime, how are you handling hormonal toucans? My parrots are acting more aggressive and testing the boundaries of what will get them in trouble. Well, I don't have as much interaction with Beatrix in that way because she's more cautious, and I mean, she's usually just like she is right now. She doesn't come close to me or anything like that. So it's not an issue with Beatrix because she already has a bunch of other issues already. Excuse me, with Tupac, I think that he's probably too unhealthy, and you know, with his arthritis and everything else, it probably just doesn't really affect him that much. So it hasn't. He's been the same. He's not changed hormonally. Last year he didn't change, and this year he hasn't changed either. He's been pretty consistent. I'm not sure if he'll actually go through a hormonal stage or not, given his health. But Maeve's going through her little bird puberty, and is definitely a lot more needy and more destructive lately for sure. She hasn't started biting, which is a good thing, because that was a problem with Ripley. When Ripley would get hormonal, she would go into these weird mood swings all the time, where either she really wanted to be close to you, or she just wanted to murder you constantly, and she'd follow me around the house and try to bite me. So I'm not sure if I'll get the full impact of toucan hormones this year, just because Maeve's still technically kind of a baby or a juvenile. Tupac's not really healthy. Beatrix is not really healthy. So I might miss that this year for the most part. Maeve maybe will get more hormonal, but she hasn't tried to bite me, which is not... Usually toucans just try to freaking kill you when they get hormonal. And she hasn't really gotten that way. So we'll see. As her personality develops as she gets older, we'll see how she comes out. So only time will tell. She's still very much in her baby phase. I think Tupac wants down. Andrea Busolari, am I saying that right? Busolari says, my mom and I really enjoy watching and learning from your birds. I'm also so glad to know your channel's doing well. Blueberries for all. Thank you, Andrea. And, well, Maeve is doing her thing. Tupac's about to jump down and get a drink of water, or I don't know, whatever he wants to do. But we'll give Beatrix a blueberry since she's here. Ariana, good to see you again, says, wanted to wish you and the Cans a safe quarantine. Take care of everyone. Thank you for the kind words, Ariana. And I wish the same to you as well. Oh, here's Maeve. El Diablo says, have you had to separate them because of them fighting? Not. There was one time I had to, but this was when Beatrix first came out of her quarantine, like, a couple months ago. But since then, I haven't had to separate them. They fence normally like toucans normally do, and there's no harm done. Maeve flies off, and that's about it. They kind of fence with their beaks like that, and then Maeve flies off, and then that's the end of it. So if it's just like that, it's no big deal, because that's what they do naturally in the wild, and that's part of their natural behavior. So I don't want to discourage natural behavior, even though it seems to us like it's could potentially get violent. it doesn't usually ever get violent with them. They just go after each other's beaks. So, and that's not going to hurt the other bird. But, you know. What are you doing? Usually if Tupac jumps down here, Maeve will come sit in his spot while he's away. I think she's still a little nervous to be up there close to Beatrix. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Because the fan's going, and I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me, because I'm a little further away from the mic now than usual. So leave something in the chat if you can hear me, or just to make sure. But let's continue on. Imo Flamingo says, when Maeve pranks Tupac, is she trying to help him? No, she's not. I don't think it's really trying to help. It's just an affection thing, you know. It's like, let me scratch your back for you type of thing. It's not. I don't think she thinks that he's particularly weak, because she doesn't want to. She doesn't challenge him to fencing because he's dominant to her. So that means that she sees him as a higher level than she is, physically speaking. So it's not like she thinks that he's weak and needs help. It's more of like, it would be more, if anything, it would be more of her showing respect to him than, her thinking that he's weak. So it's actually an advantage to Tupac for him not to be able to move, because the toucans that stand their ground are the ones that are typically dominant in their flock. So if they do fence, the loser flies away and the winner stands their ground. So that's why, I think that's part of the reason why Tupac and Beatrix are kind of dominant right now, because neither one of them are comfortable enough to even fly away, so they just naturally stand their ground. And Maeve is comfortable enough to fly away because she's the healthiest of the bunch. So, and also Tupac is way bigger than both of them. So, I mean, his beak is like almost the size of their bodies, which is kind of funny because his body's not too much bigger than Maeve's, but his beak is like way bigger. I think there's only like 150 gram difference in weight between Maeve and Tupac, which is hardly even the size of a cockatiel, I think. Maeve, can you come sit over here with everybody? Look, her beak's like in the little, or it's like in the screen here. You guys see her beak on the side? We have 1.5 toucans in frame right now. Okay. Antonia B says, my husband and I love your videos. Keep up the good work and give the birds some blueberries for us. Thank you, Antonia. I'm glad you and your husband enjoy the videos. And I will I'll give Beatrix one on your behalf since she's here. And Maeve's right here. Let's see if she'll take one. I don't think she's hungry still, though. We'll see. She dropped it. You little stinker. Okay. Well, we tried. Debbie Putnam says, I couldn't get Streamlabs to work for me, but wanted to donate. It is always uplifting to get on Instagram and YouTube and see new pictures or videos. You're making a difference. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Debbie. I'm sorry Streamlabs was a pain. I think someone else said that too, so I'll have to figure out what's going on. But I'm glad that I can be of some help. And thank you. She sent $40 as well, guys, so make sure to thank her in the comments. But thank you very much for the kind words. And sorry that Streamlabs is being weird. Kawaishi? Hopefully I'm saying that properly. Says, hi Brock, despite being in Europe, it's 1 a.m. here. I have to say that seeing the numbers for this streaming, this is the best combination day and time for your channel. Lots of love for you and the birds. Give a scratch to Tupac. Well, thank you very much, and I agree. I think it is the best time for everybody. But I do want to accommodate others as well if I can. So I will scratch Tupac when he gets back up here. It looks like he's about to come try to get me to pick him back up here in a second. So I think he wanted some pellets. But I'll give him a scratch on your behalf when he gets back. 235 says, how much can toucans feel with their beaks? Anything close to fingers? That's a good question because their beak is made up of like keratin, like your fingernail. So if you go and like scratch or tap on your fingernail, you can kind of feel. I imagine it probably feels somewhat similar, but maybe it might have more nerves in it. I'm not sure. But they seem to have a pretty good amount of feeling in it because they have very good dexterity with it, first of all. But secondly, they also like to have it scratched. Like they like to scratch their beaks or have you scratch it. So they have some feeling in it for sure. Enough to where they would enjoy you scratching it. So I don't know if maybe it feels more like us scratching our heads or something, as opposed to a fingernail, but it's hard to say. But they do have feeling in their beak. I'm not sure how sensitive it is though. But it is sensitive enough for them to enjoy that. El Diablo says we can hear you. Okay, good. So the fan was not bothering. That's good. And then he also says, how did you come up with their names? Can you explain for each? Tupac is named after Tupac Shakur, the rapper. 1, because it's like a pun. 2, I like the artist. And 3, Tupac is from the West Coast in California, so it seemed to fit. Maeve is named after a character in Westworld on HBO. And then Beatrix is named after Uma Thurman's character in Kill Bill because she is a Kill Bill toucan. So it also is a pun. Alright, and here's a scratch, Tupac. There you go. I don't think he wants it right now, but he got one anyway. Okay, I think we're finally caught up on. We need to update the bar too, because it doesn't count super chats from YouTube to the top bar. So we're gonna. Oh, someone just pooped. I think it was Maeve. We're gonna update that bar in a second, but first I'm gonna double check PayPal and make sure I didn't miss any donations on there. So give me a second. Let me bring that up, and then we'll update the bar after PayPal. And okay, Beatrice, you're not the most coordinated one, are you? Okay, but she's getting way better at maneuvering around the house, if you didn't notice. So that's a great thing. Good girl. Here. Came back. She got scared, flew off, but she came back. That's great. You got some progress, huh? You're doing better. She does have a chip out of one side of her beak that I noticed just yesterday. I'm not sure. She must have gotten that when I go to open her cage in the morning, or if I'm trying to get her out, she panics and starts just flying all over the cage just wildly. And I think that maybe she hit it on a bar when she was panicking, and it maybe chipped off a little piece. You can see it in the photo on Instagram from yesterday, but it's on the right. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to point. But yeah, it'll grow back, thankfully. Thankfully, the keratin in their beaks is ever growing. So if it's just like a simple chip, it'll grow back. And if they like break it in half or something, it's not going to grow back. But if it's just a chip off the side of it, like that outer layer of keratin, it'll grow back over time. So Why are you puffing out so much, huh? You trying to look big? I have noticed Maeve lately puffing out a little bit more. I'm not sure if she's trying to make herself look bigger or what. She sure is looking more and more colorful every day, though. You about to throw up a blueberry? I like how on screen it's just like the very tip of her beak, so you see the blueberry just come up and then go back down. Okay, let's check. Let's check the PayPal donations, and I'm just gonna say initials of these people because it gives me their full names, and I don't want to call out anybody's full identity on the internet. So, first one is from GC. Or maybe we'll just say the first name and then the initial, the last initial. So Gail C. says, love getting to see what you and your flock do. Glad you are all safe during COVID. And thank you for, she sent $9.41. Thank you very much. Or it's probably $10 and it took out some kind of fee for some reason, which I probably need to fix. But thank you very much. And hope you're staying safe during all this craziness with the COVIDs as well. Can I see this entire comment here? Let's see. Maeve, why do you keep throwing blueberries up? What's wrong with you? Okay, here we go. From Kayla K. She said, "Hey, careful. Don't mess with the mic. You're gonna make people deaf. We don't want that." Kayla K says, blueberry and cleaning supply funds. Thank you for helping make the quarantine a little easier to deal with. Love the dino bananas. So glad to see Beatrix improving and Maeve growing and Tupac living as comfy as possible. And glad to hear the clouds are clearing a bit. And regarding mental health. Much love. Thank you very much. I love seeing comments like this, really. It shows you're making a difference for sure, or at least helping some people, especially during all this crazy stuff going on. So I really do love reading stuff like that. So thank you very much. And let's continue. Make sure we get everybody read here. Okay, I'm gonna actually say they have their username on here, so I'm gonna say their username because they've been on before. Hi Brock, Shakura Kazuki again. Hi Shakura, good to see you again. I have been and will watch every stream and donate every time for you and the birds. You deserve it. Thank you very much. I don't know if I deserve it, but I think the birds do at the very least. Question: what's your favorite Marvel character? Now, you see, that is a good question. I don't know if I have one singular favorite. I think growing up, it probably would have been stupid. Why is PayPal making me do this? Hold on. Are you kidding me? It's like, to continue, you need to verify that all the trees in these pictures. What the? Okay, PayPal, you're weird. I wish we weren't stuck with PayPal all the time. There's got to be a better app for this. That's not PayPal. Like, is Cash App any good? Someone tell me. Is Cash App and all that kind of stuff, or Venmo, or does that work? Are they just as bad as PayPal? PayPal really gets on my nerves sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Let me. Oh my goodness, PayPal! What are you doing? Why is it making me do this every... I just got all these things popping up asking me to verify. I can't even read the comment without verifying it. That's what I hate. Okay. We need to go back to the question about the Marvel characters, though. Growing up, my favorite Marvel character was Spider-Man. And I think it probably mostly still is Spider-Man. But I also really love Captain America and Iron Man. And I guess those are pretty generic to say now, but I've loved a lot of those characters since I was a little kid. I've had an Iron Man. I don't have it out anymore because I've been trying to pack things up, but I had an Iron Man plush that I've had since I was a little kid. I keep it on my couch. Well, I did keep it on my couch. It's now in a box, but I guess I would say Spider-Man because Spider-Man's been the most consistently loved character throughout my life. But I mean, I love Captain America and Iron Man, and then Scarlet Witch is probably my favorite female character. And I do like Vision a lot too. I'm gonna say it's probably those three though. Captain America, Spider-Man, or Iron Man. I don't know if I could narrow it down to one singular favorite, but if I really had to, I'd probably say Spider-Man. No, that's probably USPS. I'm not going to answer that right now. Okay. But let's continue trying to read here. If PayPal will let me, that is. Maeve, did you just freaking poop? Ugh. Why are you sitting right there? People want to see you. Okay, maybe you guys can see her a little better now. Are you comfortable here? You don't usually sit here. Okay. Let me try to get back on track here. Okay, I read that one. Why is PayPal is so disorganized sometimes? Good Lord. And I've read that one too. I can't answer right now. I'm sorry. I don't know who's there, but please leave it at the door. Fantastic timing. USPS or whoever that is. Oh my goodness, PayPal. You gotta get your crap together, man. Why can't I saw that there was something that was... We had a pretty sizable donation and now I can't even find it to read the comment. Oh my goodness. Wait, why is this? I don't understand what's happening right now. I'm so confused. Unless this is from last week. I don't think it is, though. Oh, here we go. I don't know why there's so many pending ones, but whatever. I think I found the right place now. I don't know why PayPal is being so confusing right now. I'm sorry, guys. It's like it's boggling my mind why it's being so weird. Well, I've already read this one. Oh goodness. Okay, no comment there. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for because someone sent $200, and which is a tremendous amount of generosity and money, and I couldn't find the comment, and it was really frustrating me. So I'm gonna say Sandra S, and I'm not gonna say what her last name is. So you know who you are. But she says, I've been watching your streams / videos for months, even before Maeve, even before Tupac. I really appreciate what you do and who you are. Keep doing you and stay safe during these times. Sandra, thank you so much. That is so incredibly generous. And I now regret that we don't have a thing at the bottom here for PayPal. I know most of the time when people use PayPal, they want to remain anonymous, at least mostly to some extent, because everyone's name flashes up on the screen and everything whenever you do through everything else. But thank you so much, Sandra. That, guys, again, thank her in the comments, because that was $200, which is our largest donation this stream for sure. And I regret that I cannot put that at the bottom there. I really do. So I want to make sure that everybody knows and thanks her in the... Yeah, shout out to Sandra, exactly. Everyone give Sandra a shout out and a thank you. And also to, everyone else at the bottom here too. I'm going to have to go fix my screen here in a second because it's acting weird. But I'm going to try to get through the PayPal comments before I go do that. Sandra, thank you so much for the kind words. And thank you for watching from so long ago, back in the Ripley days. Which, it wasn't really that long ago. It's so weird thinking about now. I was looking at pictures of Ripley the other night, and I was just thinking, like, it almost seems like a lifetime ago, but it was hardly even a year ago. I don't know why it seems like just so distant. And, I still miss Ripley so much. I wish she could be a part of all this. And be able to meet Maeve and Beatrix and Tupac and just be a part of the flock and everything. But, again, it's very possible that Tupac, Beatrix, and Maeve wouldn't be here if not for Ripley. And for me, losing Ripley was really that turning point for me where I was kind of realized that I wanted to do more to help toucans rather than just have a channel where it's like, look at my pet toucan or whatever, So Ripley served a great purpose in her life for sure, because she paved the way to give Tupac and Beatrix second chances. So it's a bittersweet thing for sure. And but I wish she could be here with everybody, even if she was a little violent sometimes. But thank you, Sandra. Everyone thanks Sandra. I know everyone's saying thank you right now, but what else? Hopefully it was okay for me to say your name. If not, I'm very sorry. Okay, no comment on this one. Okay, we have another one. I'm kind of torn if I could say this or not, because it's from like a business name and not an individual. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna say the first word, which is a name, and then abbreviate the last two parts of the name. $100, guys. Also, make sure you give a big thank you to this person as well. But it's from McDonald SP, and you know who you are if you're hearing this. Always happy to see you and the birds. Hope this helps keep you in blueberries. I think there was a typo or a autocorrect there that messed up the sentence, but the message came across. Hope this helps with the blueberries. It definitely will. Thank you very much. But that was $100 again, guys. So thank McDonald there. Okay, no comment there. Man, PayPal is just not intuitive for this sort of thing. I'll say that. Good Lord. Okay. We have another $100 one. There's no comment though. Since there's no comment, I'm not going to say the name. Well, I'll say the first name and the first initial. How about that? Caitlin B. Thank you so much, Caitlin. If you want to leave a comment, leave it in the chat down here, and I'll keep an eye out on it. And we'll have Brianna or somebody. I think Brianna's our only mod right now. I could be wrong, though. Have her keep an eye out for that and shout it out if you see one from that person. I think that's it, though. Okay. Finally, we have navigated the vast landscape of PayPal and read those 4 or 5 comments. Come on, PayPal. Hopefully I didn't miss other stuff because I probably missed a whole bunch of other comments because this thing is so, like, I guess maybe it's just not designed for what I'm doing, which is understandable. I mean, it's not that I think that is the actual way it is. Alright, I'll go back through and try to fix this later. Okay. I do need to fix the screen and update the total at the top there. I know we've gotten other super chats in the past few minutes since then. Good lord, guys. You guys are being so generous today, like it's blowing my mind. Honestly, it really does blow my mind every time I do a stream. Because, I mean, when I started streaming, I didn't really expect much, you know, and then everybody's just so, like, I don't know, it's just nice to have people believe in you, I guess. But let's try to update that bar real quick, and I still have a lot of other comments to read, but I'm going to try to update it with the latest information. So we're going to go with, okay, we got to add the super chat total to the PayPal total. Hold on a second. Maeve is enjoying preening herself, I guess. Okay, what was the total on PayPal? Okay, now let's update the... Let's update the bar. Let's see. Sorry guys, I suck at math and I have to really think hard about it before I before I start putting stuff in. Okay. Math was definitely not my strong suit growing up. Oh crap, I screwed that up already. What is the last day of April? Is it the 30th? That's right. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we should be updated now. And I need to go read the other comments, but before I do that, I'm going to go fix... I'm going to fix the screen for me, first of all, because it's all messed up. The screen that well, I need to change the battery in the camera too, probably. Because it's... Yeah, we're round in the 1 hour. Actually, it is exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it's halfway through the stream, which means that the camera is likely about to die. And that's when everyone starts freaking out in the chat saying, the screen went black, the screen went black. Oh no, red alert. But we need to clean some poop, fix the screen, and change batteries. Let's go ahead and change the battery. Nobody freak out. Alright, here we go. Here's Maeve. Look, there's her poop. In case you guys wanted to see some toucan poop. I cannot edit that out in this case. There you go. Beatrix. Tupac being a good boy. Okay. Maybe we can move the camera down or shift it down a little bit so you can see Maeve a little better. But we're gonna have some. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go fix the screen. I will be right back. Alright, now is the point where we try to clean up some of the poop in here. Well, boy, Beatrix sure has gone to work, hasn't she? I'm going to start with Maeve's poop over here. Maeve, you're gross, you know that? We're still cleaning poop. Don't worry. I'm still here. Freaking gross, Maeve. How can so much nastiness come out of one little bird? I'm going to attempt to clean around Beatrix, but she's probably going to freak out. Here, you want to... Okay, there she goes. Alright, she's in the hallway, so that's... what was your name? Matrix? Maeve? Maeve, don't put your beak on that. Go. I know you think you're trying to help, but you're not. Every time I come over here to clean, Maeve's got to come and try to help me. You're not helping. It's gross. You don't want to put your beak on that. Nope. Ugh, man. You just pooped again. You see me trying to clean this, and then you just add more to it. Stop. I don't want her to get poop in her mouth. That's why I'm pushing her away. Good Lord. I'm going to really have to scrub this after this stream with some what do you call it? OxyClean and a heavy brush. Disgusting. Okay. Get my hands washed. What'd you find? You find a blueberry? Okay. Still a little water there or something. Let's change Tupac's little. Hey, you want to come back? You can come back now. You want to go back up yourself? Beatrix just dropped another deuce. Hold on. Change Tupac's pad here. All right. Get some hand sanitizer. I might actually put Beatrix up right now so she can get some food and water and whatever else she might need. She looks kind of scared right now. Hold on. Hey, are you scared? I'm sorry. You want to go back up for a little bit? Yeah? She's looking really scared right now, so. Yeah, let's go ahead and put Beatrix up for the night because I don't want to stress her out too bad, and she does need to eat a little bit. It's okay. Come here. See if I can get her to hop on my arm. Come here. Don't bite me. It's okay. There you go. Oh. Well, she hopped on my arm for a second. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Come on. Come on. We're going to go up. It's okay. There you go. Good girl. Don't bite me. Okay, she jumped on my arm for a second. You want to stay there for a bit? You want to try that out? Switch places with Maeve? What are you playing with, Maeve? Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll leave Beatrix there and see how she does, but she did just poop right here, so I'm gonna have to clean that up before I step in it or something stupid. You gonna be alright right there? You want a blueberry? Here you go. Okay. Alright, maybe I do need to put her up. I think she's starting to freak out now. Don't go back. Don't go behind there, okay? That's dangerous. It's okay. Come on. It's okay. See, she will actually hop on my hand or my arm sometimes. That's good. Gotta hold her beak steady, but. Bit the absolute piss out of me. Ow. Alright, let's try to clean up some of her poop. This is taking a lot longer than I anticipated. See how many times I can wash my hands in the span of like 15 minutes? Oh man. Okay. All right, sorry guys. I think we're good now though. So that's good. Maeve is sitting on the water faucet. We'll let her do her thing for a while. She'll come back and sit with us in a little bit. Get that out of the frame. Oh. That's good enough. Okay. Let's see if we missed any Oh, it was my neighbor knocking earlier. Okay. My neighbor came by to give me an estimate on some work. He does like yard work and just that kind of stuff for a living. And I asked him if he could repair my front and back decks so before I list the house for sale. And the knocking earlier was him coming to give me an estimate. So I texted him to let him know that I will get back to him. Oh, Dana's watching. What's up, Dana? I got your text message. I'm going to answer you through the video, though. Dana's you guys have heard about her before. She's my Toucan mentor. Where were we? Is the question. What was I doing? I was reading. Was I reading? Okay, I was reading PayPal. And we should get back to the super chats and stuff now. Oh, then I updated the donation bar. That was a whole adventure, wasn't it? It was like a 15-minute side quest. Clean up toucan poop. Side quest. Okay, let me try to find where I left off here. Oh boy. Where did I leave off? My brain is like fried now. Okay, la 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 la. Jeez, why am I so lost now? My brain really starts getting fried towards the end of the day. I look completely dumb now, I'm sure. Let me actually go to the YouTube thingamajig, the YouTube app, and see if it'll show me the super chats a little easier here. Will it though? Let's see. Oh, that's from Dana. That's why I was confused. Thank you, Dana. Dana sent us $50. Everyone thank Dana. Oh, great Toucan mentor and master. Go see her. Go look at her. She has 2 collared erissaries, which are small toucans, named Tink and Silly. And Silly, is that right? Silly or Silly? And she has 2 Vonderdeckens hornbills. Hopefully I'm remembering this right. Called... Now I'm drawing a blank on their names, of course. I'm trying to go to her Instagram page so I can paste her username in the chat so you guys can go check her out. Dana, what are your Hornbills' names? Why can't I remember their names? Huey and I can't remember what the new one's called. But I'm gonna paste her Instagram URL in the chat so you guys can go check her out. She's got a lot of really cute videos and information as well. There you go, everyone. Go check it out. Okay. Maybe my brain just had a big fart and I was caught up on the chats. I don't think I was, though, because I remember seeing one that was about someone saying Cash App they thought was better. And now I can't find that. I can't find that chat now. Or that comment. Maeve, are you going to take a bath now? Why can't I find that? Miss Nebulosity sent $1 and says, I am testing Streamlabs, LOL. Is it working? Were you testing the Streamlabs donation thing that people were having? I guess people were having troubles with it. Okay. I don't know why I can't find that comment that I saw earlier. I thought it was someone saying Cash App was better than PayPal or something like that. Maybe it wasn't a super chat. Maybe that's why I'm getting confused. I thought it was a super chat though. Okay. Adrian Henderson says, hope you like the art I did on Insta and love to Maeve. I will check out, I haven't seen your art, but I'll check it out as soon as the stream's over. I'll go check out all the posts on the gram. Maeve's now taking a bath. Having fun? Now that Beatrix is gone, she feels more free, apparently. Kayla K says, hey Brock, which payment service do you honestly prefer? I send via PayPal because it's easiest to me, but clearly it's giving you a hard time, LOL, since you asked Venmo is great. Maybe this was the comment I was thinking of. I think the one you just used, I think the Streamlabs, if you guys can do Streamlabs, that's the best way, because not only does it go, it doesn't take as many or as much percentage out of the total donation, like, because YouTube takes like 30% or something usually. And what else? You can leave a comment, you can leave a emoji or whatever. It pops up. It pops up on the screen right here, and then I get it on a list with the comment and the amount. I think PayPal. I think I put that in the description. Like, if you want to donate anonymously, like where I don't say anything really, then PayPal is your best bet. But if you want me to answer your questions and shout you out and all that stuff, the best way is through Streamlabs. The link in the description for Streamlabs. So, but I mean, anyways, fine. We'll figure it out anyway. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll make a Venmo or something, or a Cash App for those that don't want to bother with PayPal. Because I know PayPal's just such a pain in the butt. I hate PayPal so much sometimes. Maeve's having a nice bath up there. BK4444 says, think about this. Maybe Ripley knew about Tupac and Beatrix, so sacrificed for their good. I mean, that's a good way to put it. I don't think Ripley, I mean, she's just a bird, you know, so she didn't know. Even people don't think about that kind of thing. But I do think that everything happens for a reason, and maybe things happened the way they did to allow the opportunity for the whole YouTube thing to expand, but also to give Beatrix and Tupac, chances at life. Because when it was just Ripley and I was pretty content to just have it, just Ripley. And Ripley was a handful enough as it is. So I didn't really think much about taking in rescues or getting other birds or expanding and creating some sort of sanctuary in the future. I just didn't have that in mind. I was pretty like I've said before, like I went I went through a lot of crap a few years ago. So my mind was more on survival in a lot of ways back then than having I don't know. I don't want to say career goals, but life goals is the better phrase, I would say. So, but I do think things happen for a reason, and I certainly think that those things ultimately worked for good. So, obviously, I still love Ripley very much, and I miss her, and I wish she could be a part of it. But sometimes things happen so that other things can happen, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why it happened. So. Steve67 says, Maeve cracks me up. Give her a blueberry and a head scratch for me. I will do that when she is done taking a bath. She looks very occupied right now. I'm looking at her on the screen. She looks like she's having quite the fun time taking a bath currently. You want a blueberry? Hey. There you go. Alright, see you later. Jody sent €4.99. I think those are euros, but no comment. Lily Colt sent $2 with no comment. Jeff Brandon says, keep up the good work. Thank you, Jeff. I will try my best. And thank you for the $5, of course. The Knit Nat sent $10. And, the clarified, he or she clarified. It's pronounced Knit Nat like Kit Kat. So I was right. Thank you for clarifying that for me. So you guys are starting to catch on that I suck at both reading and math, and you're helping me out, and I really appreciate that. Or maybe I don't suck at reading. I suck at pronunciation. But they said I watch your streams all the time with my cats. Find this as my thank you for keeping them happy and occupied for the blueberries. I hope your cats aren't enjoying watching my birds too much. I don't want them getting any ideas, okay? No, I'm kidding. But I'm glad you guys can all enjoy and watch. Maudlin Dork sent $5, but with no comment. El Diablo, hello again, sent $5 and says, pick a random question, isn't super chat the answer? I'm a programmer, so I can help if you need it for your videos. I don't know if there's any programming really involved with all this kind of stuff. There's some script. I think there's some scripting involved that Miss Nebulosity is doing, or trying to do. We're trying to figure it out still a little bit, but I'm not sure that there is any actual programming, thankfully. But I do all the editing. I've filmed before this. I filmed and edited professionally, like freelance. So, thankfully that translates pretty well over to bird videos. Brenda F says, happy Friday. Hope you and the toucans are safe. So far, so good. We are safe. And it's been a pretty good Friday. It's been a pretty good week. It's been a pretty good month, actually. So hope everything's going well with you, Brenda. And thank you for the comment. Mr. Jam XS, hello again. So, it was me. Cash App is easier to use. That's what he says. Okay, that's what I was missing. I don't know why it disappeared on here. That kind of concerns me a little bit. Like, am I somehow accidentally missing comments? Like, do they, like, disappear? I don't think they do. But thank you for reminding me and clarifying that. Appreciate that. Cat Atomic says, for Beatrix with love from Australia. Thank you very much. Beatrix isn't out anymore because she was getting a little stressed out. But she will reap the benefits of papaya and blueberries later tonight. We'll give Maeve a blueberry in the meantime. Hey Maeve, you want this? You want that? Try to move this back over where you guys can see Maeve. Okay, alright. Splashing water all over the place. We're gonna have to clean up the water back there now. Oh boy. Okay. Let's check PayPal again. Okay, Angela G says, love today's shirt. Happy weekend. Why am I getting so tongue twisted? Happy weekend, Brock and Flock. Maybe it's because it rhymed, that's why. Thank you, Angela. And yeah, I like this shirt too. What else? I think we must be caught up now. We must be caught up enough where I can read other people's comments. Because I always try to read normal comments, like not super chat comments, as much as I can. But today has just been crazy with the amount of like super chats and stuff. Maybe we should update the bar. Let's try to do that. Is it? Okay. Well, we are off a little bit, I think. Let's see. Okay, let me try to add the total back up here, because there is some that I've missed. I'm going to try to round up a little bit too so we don't have the change at the end. Okay. We're updating the bar now, guys. We made a little headway. I hate that my brain always just collapses after the first 2 hours. I can't imagine, you know those people that stream on Twitch, they stream the video games like all day, every day? I don't know how you could do that without, and still be entertaining. I really don't know. To me, that would just be so difficult. Okay, okay, we're about to... Boom, here we go, updated. Maven Tupac are actually starting to settle down. Well, I mean, Tupac's always settled down, but... You know, blueberry Maeve? There you go. See, this is what I was trying to show in our video from last... Did you just... Is that blueberry juice you just threw on me? Like, normally around this time is when they start getting close like this, and they, like, come up close to me. I want to see... I'm kind of curious to see if Maeve will... Oh, no, never mind. She's still focused on trying to scratch her beak. Okay. I think Beatrix is taking a bath in there too. I can hear her scratching. Um, 69 Dartman says, here's some help with the fids. Been watching since Ripley and we all miss her. Give them all blueberry for me. And they sent $25. Thank you very much. I will give them both blueberries on your behalf. Maeve, Tupac. There you go. Oh, man. Someone asked me to give Maeve a scratch earlier, too. Let's see if she'll let me. Oh, no? Okay. Well, it was kind of a scratch. Madeline says, love from Romania. From Romania. Thank you very much, Madeline. And they sent $5 on the Streamlabs thing. Romania's a long way away from here. It's kind of crazy that we live in a world where everyone can be connected like that. Okay. Well, the good news is that Maeve hasn't been messing with the mic for this stream. All right, this one's got to be from somebody I know. M. Toboggan says, ask Maeve, does it look like anything to her? Huh? That's got to be my friend Dustin or somebody. That's way too specific of references going on there to three separate things. El Diablo is asking, do people want to know how much daily do I spend on them? Daily? That's a good question. Last week, somebody asked how much it was a week, or no, how much it was a month to take care of them, and it was like, I think excluding medical and other expenses, it was somewhere around $300. It's like about roughly $100 a bird, roughly. Of course, Tupac eats more than Beatrix or Maeve, so roughly it's about $100 a bird per month, not including anything else like pads for the bottom of the enclosures, cages, toys, medicine, veterinary care, all that kind of stuff. This is strictly in food. All the extra stuff is different. So, I mean, what is that daily? We'll have to pull out the calculator again. So let's say 300 divided by 30. Wait, is that right? Yeah. So it's about $10 a day? Wow, that's it. That doesn't seem too bad. I guess that, yeah, and fruit. I guess $10 a day in fruit is not bad. I think that sounds about right. That's a lot. That seems a lot cheaper than I thought it was, but I guess it all adds up. And there's other stuff as well that goes into it, so it's probably closer to like $12 or $15 a day, but that's not too bad. Now, if you were to spread out the cost of everything else into an entire year, it would probably be a lot more. But in food, I think 10 to 15 a day sounds about right. Ryan Scott is asking, can toucans get the virus, and if so, does it really affect them? By the virus, do you mean the current virus that's going around the world? No, they cannot get the virus that shall not be named, the Tom Hanks disease. They're birds, and it's a mammal-specific virus. So, like, I think a tiger got it or something, I heard. But birds can't get it. And it would be hard for a bird to get a virus, a household bird to get a virus anyway, because they're not being exposed to flocks of wild birds, which is how those things get spread. So they're basically always in quarantine to some extent. Tupac's fallen asleep. But no, they cannot catch the current scary virus that everyone's afraid of that I can't say on YouTube for fear of demonetization. Okay, let me try to read some of the normal our chats now, since we've gone through all the super chats, and we have 50 minutes left. Man, my hair. I know everyone's saying, "Oh, Brock, you look so much better if you got a haircut." I know, guys, I can't get a haircut right now. I'm sorry. I'll look prettier when the quarantine's over. I promise. I will make it my personal goal to be as pretty as possible for you. Can they eat lemons or lime? If so, can you feed it to them? Can they? Yeah. I mean, they could eat anything. Should they? No. Lemons and lime are citric fruits, which means they're higher in vitamin C. Is it vitamin C? Yeah. And it promotes, I think both the citric acid is bad for toucans, and then in addition to other properties that help animals retain iron in their blood, it's just generally not a good idea to feed them citrus fruits like oranges, limes, lemons, that sort of stuff. Anything acidic like that, or even tomatoes for that matter. Why not give myself a haircut? If I gave myself a haircut and then put myself on the internet every day like I'm doing now, it would not be pretty. Trust me. I look really good with a man bun or Jesus hair. Oh, jeez. Do I need to get that? I need to get the hair like down to here to have the Jesus hair. I'd be looking like the Winter Soldier after a while. Did any of them ever break the camera? No, nobody has broken a camera, thankfully. I think we got a chat though. Let me check it out. Well, Maeve broke one of my phones, but she has not broken a camera, thankfully. Like an actual, like the DSLR camera that I'm using right now, she hasn't broken anything like that. Stephanie C sent $75. Thank you, Stephanie. And says, just wanted to say thank you so much for adopting a senior bird. Your videos make me so happy, and I hope this donation gets you closer to your goals. Sending love to all 4 of you from Nashville. Thank you, Stephanie, so much. And thank you for all the love and the encouragement, too. I need as much of that as possible. As much love and as much encouragement as I can possibly receive. Always welcome here. How many toucans do I plan to get in the long run? Geez, I have no idea. It depends on a lot of factors. The first factor being how much space do I have, which is what I'm trying to solve right now. That's the current problem with this whole thing going on up here, is to try and solve the space problem, which is, I can't handle any more toucans here. Well, I'm on the I'm pushing it right now with the 3 I have for sure. But step 1, get more space. Step 2, well, the channel's got to, continue growing to some extent, because it costs money to upkeep more birds, especially if they need large outdoor enclosures, like, large flights and aviaries. That's going to cost another. Let's see. I was looking into pricing that the other day just out of curiosity, and it was like 20 or 30 grand, I think, for a few properly set up flights. And I don't want to half-ass them either. I want to make sure they're secure, especially with weather and stuff like that going on. So, and then it depends on, if I have anybody in my life, like a lady, to help me out. So, maybe eventually at some point, if we can get full nonprofit status, we'll accept volunteers on a part-time basis to come out and take care of the birds. Especially if I need to travel or something like that. That would be helpful. But we'll see. I'm just letting things happen naturally, I don't want to create expectations. I just want things to come naturally, and then the number one thing is have space, so when these things pop up and there's birds that need help or whatever else, I have the option to get them. I have the space to accommodate for them. So, because right now, if something popped up and a bird needed me to take them, I couldn't do it here, Unless it was a very special case, like it was another instance like Tupac, where they just didn't really have the energy like Maeve has. Because with Beatrix, for instance, I wasn't anticipating getting another bird. I went and got Beatrix purely because I was afraid what would happen to her if I didn't, and I felt moved to do it. I felt like it was the right thing to do. So I didn't necessarily want a keel-billed toucan, first of all, or another bird, secondly, but I felt it was the right thing to do, and I felt like I could accommodate her, and so that's what I went and did. So I want it to be kind of like that. And then the same thing with Tupac. Like with Tupac, I didn't necessarily want an unhealthy bird, but the opportunity was there, and it seemed like the right thing to do, so that's what I did. So, and I knew I could help him. So, because Maeve was the original plan, just to have her, and then all this other stuff came in addition to having her. So, which I'm glad I have all 3. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I didn't want Beatrix, or she's like the redheaded stepchild or anything. Don't take it that way. I'm just saying I didn't have it in my mind. I specifically want this thing. Like, I want a keel-billed toucan, and the opportunity presented itself. And at first, I was very hesitant to go get Beatrix. Like, I remember telling the person that had her, I was like, hey, if you don't find a home for her in the next couple of months, let me know. And it was more like me saying, hey, if you can't find a home for her and you want to donate her to me, let me know. And it didn't end up that way. I had to pay for her still to some extent, which is just how it's going to be with toucans, unfortunately, most of the time. But it didn't go to a pet shop, and it didn't go to somebody that was bringing the bird in from outside of the country illegally, smuggling it or whatever. So I felt more comfortable doing it, and it was for a way discounted price than what she was asking. And I think ultimately everything worked out for good the way it was supposed to. And for Beatrix, because if anybody else would have taken her, they would have gotten ripped off big time. Even if they bought her for the price that I paid for her, which was $2,000, I think. Yeah, and they were asking $4,500 for her originally, which is still cheap for. It's really cheap for a toucan, you know. But she was nowhere near she was nowhere near being a pet. Some poor unsuspecting person could have. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Some poor unsuspecting person could have went and paid $4,500 for a bird that would have bit the absolute piss out of them, and then it would have lived in another. It would have basically just went through the whole same thing again, which is probably what ended up happening to begin with. I doubt that the girl that got Beatrix expected her to be, you know, semi-wild when she got her, but you know. So most keel-billed toucans you're going to find are going to be wild caught nowadays, unfortunately. So there's only like 2 breeders of keel-billed toucans now, I think, and then the rest are smuggled in illegally. And once they're here, you can't do anything about it. You can't return them to the wild. So they're, you know, I think that I felt too, like with Beatrix, that she had she could be a good ambassador for people to know that kind of thing happens. And, you know, especially with her behavior, how they're going to expect them to act if they think they're going to go get a keel-billed toucan that was wild caught or whatever at a pet store, and then most of them are extremely malnourished, first of all, but also they act similar to Beatrix, and they're not pet quality birds. And even a pet quality toucan is kind of not the best pet to begin with. So, but anyways, you know, everything worked out the way it was supposed to, and the point I'm trying to make is just that I want to have the space available to me so that things can happen naturally the way they're supposed to, you know? Because I don't want to have this expectation of, like, I didn't have the expectation to have 3 different species of toucans. That was purely just coincidence. So, but that being said, I might get a captive bred baby Toco when I move. Might. We'll see. I'd really like to have like a healthy, normal Toco toucan, just so people can see what it's like, in in contrast to everything else that, like Tupac, for instance. I don't want people to think that Tupac is the normal toucan, because he's much more inviting as a pet, I guess, because he's just so calm and chill, you know? I want to be able to kind of show what the normal behaviors are like, kind of like how Maeve is, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to force anything, though. That was probably talked longer than I should have, but is it a goal of mine to run some sort of toucan sanctuary someday? Yeah. Yeah. I'm still looking into becoming a nonprofit. Obviously, the whole global situation with the virus stuff has put that on hold. But I am going to look into becoming a nonprofit for this kind of stuff, so that way when people donate, they can know the money's going to the birds, and, you know, no shenanigans. I'm not, I don't know, buying stupid stuff with it or anything like that. I want people to have the peace of mind knowing that it goes to the birds and nothing else, or nowhere else. Do I think I might move out of the state? Oh, for sure. I want to get out of Louisiana. Trust me. Probably to Texas. All right, let's. Yeah, everyone's like, you know perfectly well you're gonna get a baby. You're probably right. I'll probably get another Toko toucan when I have space. But you never know. You know, I could move and then something could happen where people need to donate some kind of bird that has some sort of issue, and then I have to take care of that instead. You never know. But it's definitely on the table, I think. But none of it's going to happen until I move. That's for damn sure. Which type of toucan is my favorite? Toko. Toko's still my favorite. Sorry, Maeve. When I was a kid, red bills were my favorite. And now, I don't know. I kind of like both red bills and Tokos the same. I think they're my two favorites for sure. But I do have a soft spot for Tokos just because that's what Ripley was. How long has the stream been going? Approximately 2 hours and 26 minutes. Can't speak again, which means we have another half hour to go here. Thereabout. Do toucans chew their food or swallow it completely? Because I saw your sister feed the blueberries and it seemed like they swallowed it. They swallow their food whole. Somebody asked something similarly, like towards the beginning of the stream. And sometimes they'll kind of crush it a little bit, you know, before they swallow it. Or sometimes they'll hold it down with their foot and kind of rip at it to get it into smaller pieces. But they swallow it in whole pieces. And they can swallow big. They could swallow like a whole grape and maybe more. And if you look on YouTube, you can see them swallowing like whole animals, like baby birds or big eggs and stuff like that. So I got quite the gullet. How do Maeve and Tupac get along with Beatrix? Tupac is kind of cautious of her. He kind of freaks out sometimes when she's out because it makes him a little nervous that she acts slightly unpredictably, and he doesn't know her as well as Maeve, so it just makes him a little nervous. Maeve usually doesn't go near her. When I first got Beatrix, Maeve instantly tried to challenge her, and then that stopped. And now Maeve doesn't really go near her that often, if ever. So, so they keep their distance. They're not like trying to kill each other. They just kind of keep their distance, which is pretty normal for toucans. They usually don't get too close to one another, anyway. Trying to read through some of the comments here, see if there's a good question. I think I got something on PayPal though. Let me check. I'm gonna make sure there's not a comment. Because someone just sent something on PayPal, and I want to make sure that I read out the comment if there is one. Okay, there's no. Geez, excuse me. Sorry. No comment. Wait, did I read this one? Okay, there's no comment on that one either. Okay, we're good. Where were we? Can toucans dance? I've never seen a toucan dance. They don't dance like cockatoos. It seems like Maeve at least is somewhat interested in music, but they don't have a reaction to it rhythmically like other birds do, like parrots for instance. What's on my t-shirt? There's little keel-billed toucans, and scarlet macaws, flamingos, pineapple, and banana. All in a little pattern here. Will all the black in Maeve's beak turn red? Most of it should turn red. It's different for every bird, so I'm not sure how much of it will turn red, but usually like the vast majority of it is red, and then like there might be a little black band towards the base between the yellow and the red. But it's hard to say. We'll see as she grows. Yes, Tupac is 17 for the person asking. Or he's about to be 17, excuse me. Luka Popovic says left a sub, thank you, and asks, how long have you had toucans for? Trying to think. I had an Araceli when I was, how old was I? 16 or 17? And then I had Ripley. What year did I get Ripley in? Okay. So for a total of about 10 years, I've kept toucans. Yeah. It's been about 10 years. And then I've been studying them and researching them for much longer. Because I read everything I possibly could when I was a kid about them. So, I mean, it's probably somewhere close to 20 years I've been interested in them. Maybe a little longer. It's hard to say. But I've kept them for close to 10 years. How long did it take for Tupac to trust me? It was pretty quick for Tupac. I think Tupac had he was already craving attention. And it didn't seem like anybody gave him much attention. And so we created a bond pretty quickly. Because he was looking for somebody to pay attention to him. And I gave him a lot of attention just immediately. And spent a lot of time with him immediately, and we developed a bond pretty quickly. I think even more quickly than I did with Maeve. So, I think what probably happened was that he's gone through 3 different owners, and his first owners probably spent a good amount of time with him, and I think maybe his second ones didn't spend as much time with him. So I think that he was used to having a lot of human interaction, and then it kind of went away, and then when he started getting it again, he was really happy to have it. So he started trusting me pretty quickly. And I think it's harder for him now to trust other people. So he seems to trust me and then be a little more nervous around new people. Unless he's seen them a lot. So, and then obviously he's a little cautious of Beatrix a lot, so. How much does it cost to take a toucan to the vet? I guess it depends on what's wrong, but each instance of me taking Tupac and Beatrix to the vet was over $1,000. So I was $1,000 for each bird for one visit. So, but they both had health issues too when I brought them in. So, it depends on what's going on with them, really. Tupac's not dancing. When he kind of taps his feet, it's because he's trying to relieve the pressure on his feet because his feet hurt. So sometimes he kind of taps his feet around a little bit. Most of the time they might stand on one foot, like how they'll pull up one leg and kind of keep it up close to their body and just stand on the one. But he can't do that. He can't stand on one foot. So pet Tupac. I will pet Tupac if he'll let me. Here you go, buddy. I don't think he really wants me to touch him much right now. Can I touch you? No? Maeve's chilling on the lamp over here still. Preening herself. Would I ever consider rescuing a bird that isn't a toucan? Probably not, because there would be better qualified places to take them than me. I know more about toucans, so if it was a parrot or something, or any other type of bird, I would want to find somebody that has a specific passion for that kind of bird and knows more about them than I do, and get them to that person. So I think I'm much more well suited for toucans, and it's easier for me to have all the birds coexist together, because toucans aren't really friendly to other types of birds. They might try to kill them and eat them, potentially, which probably wouldn't happen, but I don't want to take the risk personally. I'd rather just get the bird to somebody who has other birds that are similar. What's a good starter bird? Probably like a cockatiel or something. I don't know if starter bird is a good term, because really you just need a good strong sense of commitment, and you need a lot of research done prior to buying the bird. So, I mean, you could start out with an African gray or something, but you need to be well researched, and you need to have the space available and the time available and the commitment available, more importantly. And that's a long commitment with a bird. I think a lot of people say like cockatiels and our budgies are good starter birds is because they don't live as long relatively to other birds. So it's less of a commitment. But you could, in theory, if you have a very strong sense of commitment and a good passion and knowledge about, another bird, you could start out with them, but that's got to be there. Otherwise, it's a disservice to the animal, in my opinion. So, toucans are not a starter bird. I'll put that out there right now. They're a finisher bird. Do I still have the toucan mask? Yes, I do. I do still have the toucan mask. Maeve picked it apart, though, quite a bit. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking about you. When I said her name, she looked up. You need to get off the lamp. I don't know why she loves sitting on that stupid lamp so much, but here, we can move the camera in a bit since Maeve's not in here. There we go. It's just Tupac now. Me and Tupac. How's feeding medicine to toucans? I imagine shoving something against the serrated edge being a fun time. You can avoid the edge, the serrations, if you're careful. It's you just got to be quick. You kind of develop a little technique, at least I have, with feeding them. With Beatrix, it was a little more difficult because she just automatically wanted to bite me. What? I'm not talking about you. What are you doing? You want attention? You don't want me to pet you, then what you want? You want down? Okay. I think you just wanted my attention for some reason. If you look at the video of me giving Tupac medicine from last year, you can see how I give him medicine. I'm trying to think which video that was. I think it was called banana flavored medicine, maybe, or something like that. Look, if you go back to when I first got Tupac, you can see me give him medicine. It's through a little syringe, You kind of just like pry their beak open a little bit, and you just shove the. It sounds bad, but you shove like the syringe part like down their throat, and you just squirt the medicine in there, and then that's it. Close it back up, and they're good to go. I got pretty good at it, and it started taking me it took me like 2 seconds to do it. Like I could do it super quick, without pissing them off too bad. So, but you can avoid the serrations if you're careful. All right, I'm going to answer this question because I just want to take the time to tell people not to do this. Someone asked if you smoke marijuana around them, can they inhale the smoke and become inebriated? Do not smoke anything around your birds, especially not drugs. Let me just say that firmly. No cigarettes, no cigars, nothing like that. No crack. I don't want to see any crack smoking around birds, guys. No crack smoking, no no marijuana smoking, nothing like that. Do not smoke. Do not combust things around your bird and create smoke. If you want to go smoke weed or whatever, I don't personally do anything like that. But if you want to do that on your own time and in your own space, away from birds, far away from them, then that's fine. But don't smoke around. Like if you want to go out on your back porch and smoke a joint, spark up a J or whatever, but don't do it near your birds. It's very dangerous to their lungs. Like direct smoke contact like that. Think about how it's not really the best for us, for sure. But then think about how sensitive a bird's lungs are, and they are very sensitive. And it's just not good, especially with all the chemicals, and maybe it's not as bad with like weed. I don't know. I'm not a weed expert, but I know that a cigarette is not good. Don't smoke around your bird. I don't care what it is. If it's a cigarette, crack, don't do it. No combustible items. No candles. I think maybe some candles are okay. I personally don't risk them. But anything catching on fire and creating smoke is bad news. That can kill your bird. And I only answered that question to say that. Quote of the stream: don't smoke crack around your birds. Yeah. If you want to smoke crack, go for it, but not around your birds. You know what? I'm of the mind if you want to, you're free to do whatever you want with your own body. If you want to mess up your body with crack, and risk possibly getting the 5-0 on your butt, whatever, go for it. But don't put a bird at risk because of it. Just don't. The bird doesn't have a choice to smoke crack or not. And I'm sure if it did, it would say, please don't smoke crack around me. Or cigarettes or anything. Crack is the extreme because it's funny. But, don't smoke anything around your birds. They're very sensitive to chemicals and smoke and anything like that in the air. Can they see colors? Yes, they can see more spectrum of colors than we can. They can see better than we can. Can they get high? I don't know, and I don't want to find out. I'm assuming they probably can. Tupac got high off of Valium or whatever at the vet. Just don't test it. Your bird doesn't need to get high. If you have a bird and you feel the desire to get that bird high, take your bird to a sanctuary or rescue immediately, please, and leave it with them. And go smoke whatever you want on your own. Do toucans sing when they're happy? They don't really sing. Maeve makes some yelping noises, but it's usually when she wants my attention or wants to come out of her cage. So, but they don't sing, like you would think a songbird does, I guess. They're not colorblind, no. They have an extra cone of spectrum. They can see ultraviolet. Is the fourth cone, I think. They can actually see better than we can. Come on, guys. Let's not have cancerous comments here now. I know it's about the end of the stream, but let's not get the cancerous comments going. Do I speak Toucan? I mean, I can understand what they want usually, but no, I cannot make a croaking, yelping, or clicking sound. Do they noticeably communicate with each other differently than they do with you? No, they still behave the same. They seem to give off the same body language and vibes or whatever else you want to say with each other than they do with me. So, but they can understand each other, based on body language and noise and stuff. Are you trying to jump down? You want a blueberry? Here. There you go. I wish Maeve would come back over here. Look what I have, Maeve. You want to come here? Hey. I think she's getting sleepy. She's like, I don't even care about food right now. You want to come here? No? Alright. No interest in food even right now. Are the scissors on my fridge Toucan scissors, and if so, where did you get them? Yes, they are Toucan scissors, and I got them on Amazon. I think they're called, just search like Toucan scissors, and I think they'll pop up. I don't remember what they're called exactly. They're meant to look like a toucan. How do they make the clacking noise? With their syrinx, like it's their voice, it's their actual voice. I think it's the syrinx. Are my bird's wings clipped? No. Well, Beatrix's wings are clipped because she had them clipped prior to me getting her, but I'm letting them grow back out. I don't personally think that any bird's wings should ever be clipped unless there's a health concern or reason for it. That's my opinion. But especially not toucan's wings because they need them very specifically to get around. They cannot climb around and maneuver the way parrots can because of their beak. Like they really have to have the ability to fly. So, if you ask me, don't clip any bird's wings. There's exceptions based on health, obviously, and things like that and other factors. But generally speaking, I don't think it's a good idea. And especially not with toucans, especially. But that's my opinion. If you want my opinion, there you go. What's the next food I want to feed my toucans? Last stream we were talking about, someone was asking if they liked raspberries or not. And I haven't tried raspberries with Maeve, Tupac, or Beatrix. Ripley didn't like them, but I got some raspberries to do a video with that will be out probably sometime in the next couple weeks. So we're gonna try some raspberry fruit reviews soon. Okay, guys, we are at the 10-minute left mark. If you have any super chats or questions or anything like that, now is your chance because we have 10 minutes left and then we are through. Tupac is reading the questions. You want to read them? What do you think about that? Some crazy people in those comments, aren't there? Yeah. They're crazy, aren't they? Ow. He's not gripping hard. He's just like gently holding. How old is Maeve? She is almost 1. She'll be 1 on, like, I think May 15th, so in a few weeks. Do they fight for dominance? Sort of. They fence for dominance, but it's not like they're trying to kill each other. I think it does serve a purpose in kind of determining their hierarchy and their pecking order in their flock, but it's not. It's a playful thing, or it's usually it's a playful thing. Sometimes it's more focused on proving one's worth, I guess. But they're usually not trying to hurt one another. They're just kind of doing their thing. So why do they click like that? I don't know, man. That's just the way they are. You'll have to take that one up with God or Mother Nature or whoever you might believe in and ask them why they click. Andy Z says, these streams are the highlight of my week. Thanks for keeping them going and hanging out with us, especially during current events. Andy, it's no problem. And thank you for showing up, usually first, and always staying to the end, too. And all the comments and all that good stuff. Are female toucans more rambunctious than males? I've heard mixed things about that. Some people say that males are more rambunctious. I don't know. I don't think I think it's all based on their individual personalities. I don't think it has to do with their. It might have to do some with their gender, but like Maeve's female, and she's pretty friendly. Not Tupac. Ripley. I really only have Maeve and Ripley to go by because I can't take Tupac and Beatrix into consideration as much because they don't behave like normal toucans. At least Beatrix doesn't yet. Maeve is a lot more friendly to new people than Ripley was, and they're both females, but they are both different species too. So, but it seems based on like Bird Tricks videos that their toucan, who is a male named Rocco, acts pretty similarly to how Ripley, who was female, acted. So I don't think there's much difference between the two genders. I think it's based on the individual bird. That's my theory, at least. Should I get a Tupac if I have a guinea pig? I don't recommend toucans as pets at all. I don't encourage anybody to get a toucan as a pet ever. I mean, there are very, very rare exceptions. They don't make good pets. I would say stick to guinea pigs, don't get a toucan. There's the possibility that your toucan could also try to kill the guinea pig. So just don't get a pet toucan, guys. Enjoy them from afar. And that's my opinion. So can I give Tupac a blueberry? Yes, I can. This is the last one, actually. We went through that whole thing of blueberries. Maeve. I'll go get Maeve before we go off so she can say bye to everybody. Can you get a toucan to learn tricks? Yeah, I mean, they can be trained, but I don't think they can reliably be trained based on what I've heard. from both Bird Tricks and like what was it, the Animal Actors show at Disney, I think, had toucans, and they took them out of their shows because they just don't behave very reliably. I think they're just too, they have such a short attention span that I think they can be trained, but the reliability of the training is questionable because they have such a short attention span. So I personally don't bother with training or any tricks or anything like that because I just don't care about it. I'd rather them live as normally as they possibly can. But I think recall training, if anything, would be the most beneficial, you know. Ooh, my shoulder. Am I missing some? Oh, I missed a couple of questions. Rock Party. I asked, what part of Dallas are you moving to? I don't know. Whichever part I can find has a cheap-ish house or one within my price range and property to put enclosures on, that's where it'll be. It probably will likely be outside of Dallas, you know, by maybe a half hour or so outside of Dallas, but we'll see. El Diablo asks, can I do a live video tomorrow? No, we do them once a week, but we'll do another one either next Friday or next Saturday, depending on how I feel, I guess, next week. I do want to try to do some earlier on Saturdays so that our friends overseas can join us. But typically I think we're going to be doing them around the same time, you know, from 5 to 8, excuse me, on Fridays. We're almost at that closing. I'm gonna go get Beatrix, Maeve here in a second to say goodbye to everybody. Brianna is asking, when I meet a lady, how will I introduce her to the birds? I guess the same way I did the last one. She just came over and I said, here they are. There's no like special protocol. I'm just like, there you go. There they are. You cannot avoid them when you come to my house. They are always here. They're going to be a part of it. So they have to be okay with that. The last one was, she loved them, so maybe the next one will be the same way. We'll see. I mean, they'll have to be that way, otherwise they're not going to be sticking around for long. Because that's the nature of my life. I don't have any other pets, no, just toucans, that's it. What gender are the toucans? Tupac is male, Maeve is female, Beatrix is female. Would I say taking care of a toucan is like taking care of a baby? You said that they're an ending bird. I said they're a finisher bird. How much would you say it would cost to raise one? They're more like having a flying toddler than a baby. Like a 2-year-old, like a flying 2-year-old, because they have about the same intelligence and curiosity and destructive nature, and also they cannot speak human language, and will never grow up, and also obviously they can fly. So I don't know how much it would cost. If you have to ask how much it would cost, the answer is don't get a toucan, because there's always going to be unexpected expenses that are very great in number. Like with Tupac and Beatrix, their vet bills being thousands of dollars. I mean, like I spent, Tupac was donated to me, so I didn't pay anything for him specifically, but I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars for my own, well, not just for my own pocket, because you guys contribute as well, obviously, on his health care and stuff. So I don't recommend toucans as pets, and I'm not going to give advice on how to get one. So that's something I refuse to do. There are some exceptions. If you're an exception, you'll know you're the exception, because I'll answer you very differently than how I've answered. Like, there was one girl on Instagram that asked me, and she had a lot of experience with exotic animals, and she had plenty of space and money to take care of it, and she was looking at getting one that was, needed a rehome, essentially. So she was an exception. So she probably doesn't watch my streams, but Steve67 says, would you ever consider getting a channel build toucan somewhere down the road? The answer is yes. I like channel build toucans. I don't know when I would, but I would like to get one at some point in the future. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Step one is get out of this house, and find a new one. And then we'll cross that road. Maybe you want to come say bye to everybody? You're being antisocial. You want to say bye to everybody? Since you're being so antisocial. You being good? Say bye, everybody. It's time for bed. Time for little toucans to go to bed and stop destroying things. Stop pooping everywhere. I wonder if the camera's going to focus on her. All right. Well, guys, it's about that time. Oh, someone just sent a thing. I'll answer real quick. Kay McKinley says, will your new place have carpet for Tupac's arthritis? I don't know yet. Carpet is not a good friend of toucans, usually, because it does not go well with highly stainable poop. So I might have to get like a throw rug or something. Or maybe, at the very least, I'm going to get a bigger rug for sure, because he has one here, but it's small, because this room, the freaking camera just went off. Hold on, guys. I'll replace the battery. I need to get one of those external power sources for this thing. Well, we're about to end the stream anyway, but as I was saying, maybe if you want to come see people, come here. What was I saying? Oh, carpet. At the very least, I'm going to get some sort of rug for him. But keep in mind, guys, that he doesn't spend a lot of time on the floor. He would prefer to be up here and on his on the couch here. Excuse me, I'm having a brain fart again. The reason he spent so much time in that apartment, which was my ex's apartment, is because he didn't have anywhere else to perch, really. And the floor was the most comfortable place for him to sit. because otherwise I would have had to make another padded perch for him to sit on. And birds, especially toucans, are going to prefer to sit up higher where they feel more safe. They don't really like to go to the floor much. So I keep his food and stuff on the floor because that's the easiest place for him to get to. Otherwise it would be like all over the couch and there would be sticky fruit juice and nastiness, and it's just easier to clean up down there. So I keep it on the floor for that purpose. And there's a rug there to help take some of the pressure off of his feet. But for the most part, he has padded perches in here and then in my room where he sleeps that keep that pressure off of his feet. So, but I'll get him a bigger rug so he does have a little more opportunity to hop around more comfortably on the floor. But he doesn't really like being on the floor. He would prefer to be up high. What? You want to say bye to everybody? I think that was the last chat. Everyone's getting sleepy. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me, hanging out with me on this wonderful Friday where everyone's stuck at home. And we will be for the foreseeable future, probably. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the state of the globe. But, I really love spending all this time with you guys and talking and answering questions, and it's a huge relief for me. It's a good amount of weekly social interaction that I desperately need. So thank you guys for joining me. We will see you next week. We have more videos coming up this week, of course, that are normal videos that are much shorter than 3-hour live streams. So check those out. I think we're going to be doing a mirror, like them reacting to a mirror for the first time. Mainly just Maeve. But that video should be out this week, and then I have a couple other ideas up my sleeve. But that's the one I have filmed, and I'll probably edit first. We'll see what happens. But because I kind of just go with what feels right at the time. But I can't thank you guys enough for joining me. Hope everybody has a fantastic night or morning or wherever you are, and for taking the time out of your day to come sit with us, and especially to not only just invest your time in me, but your money as well. It means the world to me, and it's I can't tell you how encouraging it is. It really is awesome. So thanks. Hey, can you not do that? We're trying to wrap up here. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you very soon. And if you didn't catch the entire stream, it'll be available as a normal video after the stream ends in its entirety. So if you're overseas or wherever else, you're not in the United States, you can watch the entire stream from beginning to end as a normal video. So good night, everybody. We will see you next time.